Hey everybody, this blog post is long overdue. I've been meaning to get back to my video diary, and it's the start of school, so I'm sure you all know how that goes. But I have my little 5 minutes to have my swim fast lunch, and I figured I'd go ahead and sit down and record another episode. I ended the last one kind of talking about the brain hurricane that was happening the morning of Google Teacher Academy Chicago with those breakout sessions. But I wanted to talk more about the Google culture, because I think that was one of the things that struck me the most and what I felt like I could bring back to my schools. It was really interesting walking through the Google offices because it is like a movie set, where some people are at tall tables and some people are at short tables, and there were rolling chairs and high chairs and short chairs and balls to sit on. And there was like one wall that was all splatter paint on a Google logo, and we were asking questions about that, and the Google employee that was taking us on a tour said that they came to work one day and there were just tarps spread out all over the floor with paintball guns, and they got to just shoot paintball guns at the wall. There was a game room with like foosball and ping pong and idea paint all over the walls. There was a hallway that was nothing but porch swings, so you could just sit and swing. And micro kitchens everywhere. They sort of have this rule that their employees shouldn't be more than 150 feet away from food. And the Google employee who took us on our tour was talking about the serendipitous conversations and ideas that evolve around food because it's such a social setting. And he said, inevitably, after all of the pleasantries are over, they turn their conversations back to work. And we found that to be true, too, when we were in the cafeteria for lunch on that first day. We talk a little bit about just being in awe of the place, but then we always went back and talked about those breakout sessions. So it's a really interesting concept, and I think they have really hit the mark on building the culture, and I wish that's what we were doing more in our schools, is building the culture with collaboration and communication and really letting the kids think outside of the box and treating them a little more like adults, or giving them more responsibilities instead of thinking, oh, they're just kids, they're just our students, they can't handle it or whatever. So more too about the breakout sessions. There were four. It was broken down into four sections. The first one I went to was on maps, and I saw some really cool stuff done with building Google Maps that I hadn't seen before, so that was really interesting. And just to hear other people talk about the apps and how they're using it was really beneficial. And I'm looking forward to this year slowing down, maybe fast forward to about mid-October when I can go back in there and get my hands dirty and try out some of the things that I learned. And then we went to a session that just talked about Chrome apps and extensions, and that was fun to just sort of brainstorm and hear what other people are using and see what maybe I'm missing out on. And then Google Sites, which I think really gets a bad rap. And I'm a big fan of Google Sites. I would love to have a conversation with you if you believe the contrary. But I think Google Sites can do most of what I need it to do for sure. And I like to sort of tweak Google Sites to make them mimic some of the other maybe snazzier, sleeker blog and site platforms. But that really cool piece is the ability to link all of your other Google stuff into your site, embed spreadsheets and link out to docs and page level permissions and stuff like that. That's really interesting. And then the last session I went to was scripting, and that was where I think I may have said in another episode where I wanted to crawl underneath the table. That was about 4 o'clock. And that was when I thought, oh my gosh, my brain is going to explode because the stuff with scripting is ridiculous. Autocrat, Doctopus, G-Class folders, just to name a few. It's pretty ridiculous. So that's the brain hurricane that I'm talking about at Google Teacher Academy, where you are in complete awe of being in a Google office because it is like nothing you have ever seen. You're hearing from Google employees. You're hearing from other Google certified teachers. I only have 30 seconds left, so day one is going to be extended to a third episode as I originally thought. But you are in awe of the office. You're in awe of what Google Teacher Academy is doing for you. And you're in awe listening to what your lead learners and even your colleagues have to offer you. And again, that was where I just thought, I am not supposed to be here. This is where I make my exit because I made a terrible mistake. So that is the brain hurricane that is Google Teacher Academy. My Slim Fast is just about gone, and my 5 minutes is up. So hopefully it won't take me another month to do my next video blog. And I will be talking about lunch at the Google office and what happened in the afternoon of day one. Thanks again for tuning in. Y'all have a great day.